Hello and welcome to another edition of 5th grade math.
Hi.
Am I not loud enough?
What?
I need an echo?
What? No. You told me to give warm welcomes.
Not while I'm giving them,
No.
like right in the moment.
Yeah.
Besides, you two are the ones who coordinate, because you're in a band, right?
Yeah.
No.
What?
Gene, why don't you want people to know you're in a band with Stu? That's really cool.
No.
At some point, I'm going to catch you off guard, and I'm going to ask you what the band's name is, and you're going to tell me, and it's going to be awesome, because I still don't know. They won't tell me what the name of the band is.
Yeah, it's a secret.
What's a band?
All right, let's move on, okay? I'm joined by Gene and Stu.
Hi.
And I don't know about you guys, but I'm really tired. Our neighbor was using power tools all night. I don't know what he was building. I don't know what was going on. I got to talk to him about that, because that's not cool.
That was not our neighbor, Mr.
What?
Manila.
What are you talking
That
about?
was Gene. He snores, and it's like a chainsaw.
Oh, my God. Well, in that case, we're going to have to figure out something, because we can't live like this.
Well, you know.
I mean, maybe we can find a place for you to sleep, Gene, like a box or something, like in a closet. I don't know. But you can't.
Look, guys, that sounds cozy, actually, but, I can't help it. It's my retainer.
Oh, God. Well, I'm glad you're on board, okay?
I just went in my closet and wrapped snuggles all around my head a bunch of times, and it drowned out all the noise.
You slept with a unicorn blanket over your face?
Yeah,
How'd you breathe?
my nose. It's like a periscope.
The benefits of an unusual anatomy, okay? Well, so the last lesson we learned how to add decimals. Today, we're going to learn how to subtract decimals. You guys ready?
You know it.
Excelsior!
Let's do it.
Yeah.
When we subtract decimals, it's not all that different than subtracting whole numbers. There's also one major thing it has in common with adding decimals. One of you guys want to take a guess?
It's just me here, because Gene got a Zoom call from his Dungeons and Dragons group, but he should be back into it in a minute, because I think that dragon's gonna kill his half-elf druid real fast. But until then, you're stuck with me!
I'm going to nod politely and pretend I understood what any of that meant, even though I definitely
He's like
didn't.
a level 3, he's not gonna make it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Still, it's interesting where I'm the one who doesn't know what's going on. Is this what it's like to be you?
Yeah, it's awesome to be a nerd.
Well, I mean, to not know what's going on.
Oh, yeah. Is that what you meant?
That is
I
what
never know what's going on.
I know.
But I do know here that you need your happy little snowman in a blizzard.
That's right. Okay, let's remind everyone what that means. And we can use the same decimals we used to add, except this time it'll be 0.36 minus 0.2.
Okay, now I remember how this works. You have to make your buttons and your belt, which is really the decimals and the line separating the answer. You got to line them up. Make them right there. And that helps make sure we line up our decimals and our place values.
Exactly. And once we've done that, we put in our digits and fill in our blank places with...
0!
Well done.
I know, I'm in a band.
What's it called?
You're not going to get me.
Darn! Almost. One of these days.
Yeah.
We're going to find out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So we put our 0 in. We get our answer, which is 16/100ths. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, let's look at a subtraction problem that has a whole number and a decimal, which means we're going to have to do some borrowing. Once again, we'll use the same numbers as when we added, so our subtraction problem will look like this, 13 minus 8.6. Where do we put the decimal for 13?
In the buttle region, right behind the 3.
That means after the ones place, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so we can make our snowman and fill in our digits, including our 0, so now we need to subtract. A mistake I often see students make is they want to drop down their 6 like we would in addition. Why is that not right?
Because 0 minus 6 is not 6, Mr. Manella.
Correct, it isn't, okay? We have to borrow from the digit to the left, which is the 3. I'm borrowing 1, so my 3 becomes a 2, and that 1 is really 10/10ths, because I'm subtracting 6/10ths. What is 10/10ths minus 6/10ths?
It's 4/10ths.
It is, so my 4 goes into my answer, not a 6, and now I can continue with my subtraction. What I have now is 12 minus 8. I also frequently see students borrow a 1 from a 1 in situations like this, and you don't need to do that. You're still going to end up subtracting 8 from 12, which is?
4.
Right again. We put that into our answer, and we're done. It's 4.4.
Okay, Mr. Manella. What if it's a whole number and we have 2 decimal places to subtract? You know I get confused when I have to do that much borrowing, unless it's from your closet.
Do we need to have another conversation about boundaries?
No, I always ask now.
Yeah,
Sometimes.
sometimes.
Anyway, I just get confused about borrowing and subtraction.
Yeah, and I'm still missing my members only leather jacket. That thing was.
It's awesome.
Yeah, I know it is. I want it back. All right, but you're not alone about being confused when it comes to borrowing with subtraction, okay? That can be confusing for a lot of people, but we're going to check it out on the whiteboard.
Oh, okay, let's go.
Okay, so let's say we have a problem like 50 minus 24.17, or 24 and 17 hundredths, okay?
Yeah.
We still need to make our snowman with our buttons and our belt, and sorry, his hat's not here.
But
You're getting ahead of me, okay?
but
But you're right, that is where the decimal is going to go on 50. So, since 50 is getting a decimal, where, Gene?
but
Thank you. Your brevity is truly appreciated. It's important to be efficient. Okay, so we fill in our 50, and we fill in our 24, and our 17. And I'm going to need this space above it, so I'm going to go ahead and erase that top part. All right.
Bye.
Yeah, shaky whiteboard.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you know, we're
You got those big guns.
like an indie outfit here. We're not really
Yeah.
high budget.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're just
so
too strong, Mr. Manila.
that could be it. you
I think
know.
I went to high school with shaky whiteboard.
Really? How's he doing?
Shaky?
Yeah, well, it's in the name. Okay, so we're going to have to fill in these extra spaces with what, Stu?
Zero, my hero.
Correct. We're actually going to
One
need two.
there and one there.
Okay, now, as we talked about before, a zero cannot subtract anything because zero is not there, and we're not dealing with negative numbers. You're going to do that in middle school, but you're not going to do that now.
Oh.
Okay? Which means we're going to need to borrow, but we're going to have to go all the way over to the 5 in order to borrow. And the 5 is in the tens place, which means it's worth 50. So I'm going to borrow one of those tens, and that's going to be enough to cover every other place
Whoa.
and help me do my subtraction. So I'll show you. So I'm going to borrow a 10 from the 5, which is going to make it a 4. Okay? Because now it's 40, and I've taken 10 ones away.
Where are you going to put them?
I'm going to put those 10 ones in the ones place, but the ones place can't keep all of them because we need to keep moving them along. Yeah, thank you for that.
You're welcome.
And so the ones place can keep 9 of them, okay,
Oh.
but it can't keep all 10. I need one of those ones to go over here into the tenths place.
Uh-huh.
That's going to be 10 tenths, okay, or 1 whole. Okay?
Does it get to keep all 10?
It does not,
Oh.
okay, but it gets to keep 9.
Oh.
And so we'll put that 9 there, and
Uh-huh.
then I'm borrowing 1/10, which is actually 10 hundredths.
Oh.
And the hundredths place, because it's the last one,
Yeah.
gets to keep all 10 of those hundredths.
Nice.
So that'll go here. I'll make like a little 10 right
Okay.
there. And now I'm ready to do my subtraction. You guys still with me?
I don't know. That was a lot, Mr. Manila.
It was, okay? But it's important to understand why you do things.
Oh.
You mean like why Stu grinds up the Takis in addition to how he stirs them into his eggs?
You've got to evenly distribute the flavor every bite.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay? Now,
Oh, evenly distribute. That means to spread it all around, like you did with that 10.
that's right. I did evenly distribute it. Okay?
Yeah.
So now everybody's got enough in order to do the subtraction.
Yeah.
Let's do that, okay? Because now
Okay.
it's all basic stuff. 10 minus 7,
3.
correct.
Okay.
Gene, you handle this one. What's 9 minus 1?
6?
Come
No,
on, Gene.
Gene, you're joshing.
8?
8.
Yeah.
Also, Gene, I know you're shy, but you're barely even in the frame, dude. Don't you want to be in the video?
I got a little scared.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Stu was like that for a while, too.
Yeah.
He used to talk really quietly. We could never
Yeah.
hear him.
Now I'm loud!
Yeah, you just got to project into this project.
You mean
Yeah.
one day I could be as good at math as Stu?
Well, you never know.
low bar.
I think it's possible. Okay?
Aim high.
All right, now we got 9 minus 4. Stuart, what's that?
5.
And Gene, why don't you handle 4 minus 2?
The 2?
It is
Yeah.
2. Show a little confidence, man. You got this.
Yeah.
Okay. So there's our answer, 25.83.
Oh.
Okay? Or 25 and 83
Yeah.
hundredths.
Yeah.
So when you're borrowing, remember, you're spreading everything out evenly,
Yeah.
and all the numbers above are sharing. Okay?
Yeah.
So we didn't just borrow 1. We borrowed 10.
Yeah.
Okay? Gave 9 of the ones to the ones place,
Uh-huh.
gave 9 tenths out of that remaining 1 to the tenths place,
Yeah.
and gave the last 10 hundredths to the hundredths place,
Yeah.
and then we were able to subtract. Okay? That's what
Yeah.
happens when we borrow.
It was way easy after you did all that borrowing stuff.
Well, my job is to make math easier.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Hey,
What?
should we do a recap?
Why not?
Yeah.
So, to recap, all right, when you subtract decimals, you're still going to make your snowman in a blizzard.
Yeah.
Buttons
Okay.
and belt, okay? And if you need to fill in extra spaces, what do you use?
0.
Correct. And remember, 0 can't subtract anything on its own. You have to borrow
Yeah.
from a place value to the left. And sometimes you have to go multiple place values to the left, okay? But, make
But-
sure you borrow. Thank you,
You're
okay?
welcome.
Okay. I think that's our recap.
Okay, well, so, can we watch Star Wars now?
Star Wars again? You can't even count. How many times have you seen that movie? I bet you can't even count it.
I can count it. It's 257 times.
Whoa.
What about Rocky, a true underdog story of somebody who overcomes the odds and has success? Yeah?
Does it have lightsabers?
Or the Force?
No,
Yeah.
it's got left hooks and overcoming obstacles and pride and guts.
Pass.
Fine. You can watch Star Wars again. All right, this concludes our video lesson.
Yeah.
See you next time.
You traded like a chump, Rocky.
What? How are you quoting Mickey if you don't even want to see the movie?
Daytime television.
They do air Rocky a lot.
Yeah.
Because
What's
it's
Rocky?
awesome. It's awesome. And one of these days you guys are going to watch it. And you're not going to fight with lightsabers. You're going to fight with your fists. Like men. But not actually each other. I don't want you punching each other.
I got noodles for arms. And
Right.
fighting is against the rules.
That's true. But you're going to see how boxers do it.
Oh, boxers.
In Rocky. Not
Okay.
with each other. Okay? Because I don't want to,
Challenge accepted.
Okay. Someday we're going to watch Rocky. But now we're going to go watch Star Wars.
Yeah.
Again.
Woo!
See you next time.
Bye.